Starting recording. Welcome back, guys. It's another episode of Talkmen Tuesday. Sorry, so back at it again with another episode of Talkmen Tuesday on a Tuesday. Hopefully, this time we'll actually put it out on a Tuesday.
Hey, that's all you. That is all you.
My bad. I take full responsibility on that. Oh well. But,
oh well.
yeah. Yeah. But without further ado,
roll that intro.
Welcome back. I'm trying to figure out a way for like my background to make it not look so messy. But everywhere I turn right now, where I'm at,
there's a mess.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's gonna happen.
Hey, it's all good. It's a podcast, so you don't really have to worry about it.
There you go. Unless you're watching,
except for YouTube.
YouTube, you're like, yeah. Okay, sorry. Guess how many times I worked out last week?
Once.
Yeah. I keep forgetting to let you know.
You Snapchat me. How many times?
Guess how many times I worked out this week?
Once.
No, 0.
Okay. Oh. I was like, I thought you were gonna be going on a roll, being like, and I'm starting off strong.
I was hoping.
At least you went once last week.
Yeah.
Better than the week prior.
Yeah, dude. I couldn't believe I didn't go like any day of the week.
Okay, the past is over. You can look forward to the future.
Yeah.
Be the change that you want to see.
Boom. It's always like this week of August, or like somewhere in August and September, where like I feel sick. I feel like my eyes are itchy, and I'm like, I probably just need more rest. And my idiot self doesn't think about, dude, you have allergies in August. Get medication. And like, oh, I don't have the common cold, or I'm not really just tired. My eyes are just dry and itchy all the time because they're not like, yeah, they're allergic to the season. So
I'm glad that I don't have allergies. That's something that I'm very thankful for. Because I would be the biggest baby if it came to allergies.
Yeah. Remember, I even said it in this podcast when I was like, dude, my eyes feel like they're like burning and itching. Like, I did not think about that I had allergies, but yeah, keep forgetting. So I got eye drops now. So I'm like, I had at least 6 to 7 hours of sleep, and I'm like, I should be good, but I wasn't good. I always feel like sleep. I just wanted to close my eyes, because that felt a lot better than opening them.
Just have them closed constantly.
Yes, because that way they weren't reacting to like being allergic to like the pollen outside or something. I don't know how that works. But yeah, that felt so much more relaxing. So like I'm probably just really tired, and that's why my eyes burn. But no, that's allergy season, so put those eye drops in.
Yeah, that's a friendly reminder. That's the Talkmen Tuesday PSA.
Put eye drops in allergies.
Yep.
Take allergy medication. But if allergy medication doesn't work for you, nasal spray. Nasal spray, oh.
Just right in the eye.
That does wonders. Not on the eyes. Nasal spray in the nose. You like clear your nose, so like get all the mucus out, and then you put one in one nostril, and then you like slowly like take little like snippets of air like.
And that is that has been this segment's ASMR.
And then do it with the other nostril.
No straw.
No straw. And then you should be good to go. Yeah.
So what are like the allergies that, I guess, what are you allergic to? Is it like pollen, or what is it for you?
I think it's
grass.
I think it's a little bit of both. My doctor was like, "Yeah, you just have common allergies," and I didn't go further with it. I
I'd
like,
say,
what is
oh,
common?
okay,
Yeah, like,
thanks.
oh, yeah, yeah, okay. She's like, "Yeah, everybody in your family has common allergies." I'm like, she just like looked at my nose and somehow knew because of up my nose. She, I don't know.
Hey, the doctor knows. Let them do what they're doing.
Yeah, I should have asked her, like, what do you mean common allergies? Like what are common allergies? Probably just like seasonal. I'm guessing. Yeah, definitely seasonal. In August, September is the worst. Before I knew about nasal spray, it would be like I would have a runny nose for a month.
Yeah, you're just constantly sniffling.
And people just look at you like you were sick, and I'm like, dude, it's allergies. While you're like trying to keep your eyes closed, because you have the runny nose is one, and then your eyes are just like burning, so you just like want to keep them closed, because it feels better to like have them closed than like open.
And now, if you start sniffling, everybody's gonna think you have COVID. Sniffling with your eyes closed,
hmm
you're gonna have issues.
Definitely. So that's that. So allergies are no.
Oh, I pulled an angel and I read a news article.
Uh huh.
Apparently, wait,
Just the headline.
yeah, North Korea, Kim Jong Un,
Hmm.
he ordered for people to turn in their pet dogs to be used for meat.
Hmm.
That's all the reaction. Just,
Huh. Why?
I don't know. Maybe they're running out of cows. I've got no clue. But that was an article that I read the headline of. Thank you, Facebook.
Did you know a bull is a male cow?
My fiance did have cows, so.
My mind was blown.
And then the females are called. I think the females have a different name, don't they?
Well, the cows.
Are they?
The cow's a female. The cow is a female.
Oh, I guess a cow.
They have.
But then I'm thinking of the heifer. A heifer is a female that has not had a calf yet. She becomes a cow after her first calf is born.
Oh,
Yeah.
with the sorry with the knowledge bomb.
Just dropping it,
Boom.
dropping that cow heifer bull knowledge
Okay,
on you.
okay. Repeat that for me, because I'm a bit slow.
So a heifer is a cow that hasn't had a baby.
Mm.
But after it has a baby, then you can call it a cow.
Because a heifer, can you get milk from it or no? No. Okay.
Well, there's also milk cows and like dairy cows and
Hmm.
then meat cows.
What is the difference?
One you just raise to butcher, the other one you use to get milk.
Huh. So one you get them real nice and like fat with like
Oh yeah.
vegetarians are gonna love this podcast.
Yeah, we're a vegetarian friendly podcast.
If you're vegetarian, we apologize. This might not be the episode for you. Okay. With that
Back to
disclaimer,
it.
let's get into it. Okay. And I seen the cow have like a clean diet, make that milk pure with like nutrients or something.
Yeah.
Strictly grass. But with the one you want to butcher, you put some extra meat. They would not eat meat.
Well, I think they still eat grass,
Yeah.
but you just don't milk them.
Huh. You give them more grass so they get fatter? Because the more it weighs, the better, right?
Yeah.
Well, especially per pound. I don't know.
We're basically experts.
Yeah.
So everything that you guys are hearing right now, take it like as the golden rule, because we wouldn't lie to you. We wouldn't just be making this stuff up.
I can see Candace hearing this. It's like you guys knocked her open a fart.
Well, I'm just curious, like how many like brown cows people have for chocolate milk compared to the white cows for regular milk. I mean, there's got to be like a solid ratio, you would think.
You would think. But when I go like out in the woods, not out in the woods, out in the country, and like I see farms, I've only seen white cows. So they must have those brown cows like.
You have to keep them inside because if the sunlight hits the brown cow, then it
Huh.
spoils it.
Ooh, okay.
Hmm.
Okay. Makes
Yeah.
sense. Huh.
Usually they have sunglasses on too, just for protection.
But have you ever tried cow tongue?
No, I've actually heard that if it's cooked the right way, it's really good.
It's really juicy.
I feel like don't say that. I feel like I wouldn't be able to eat it if it was just like served to me and it still looked like a tongue. I feel like I could eat it if it was like
Tacos. Tacos of
diced
tongue.
up or chopped. Okay, I could do that. I feel like just don't tell me
Huh.
that like what it is, or I guess even if I did know what it was, as long as like I couldn't see, like as long as it didn't resemble the
With
tongue.
cilantro and onions. Ooh, it's really good. And then like lime on top of it. That's the noise that like the lime makes when it touches the meat. Is that's I like tacos of tongue for the longest time, and they're like my favorite. And then we went to Walmart one time to buy cow tongue, and the cash register was like, "You guys actually like eat the cow tongue?" And like, I don't
Yeah.
know, I thought it was like a nickname. I didn't put
Oh,
two
you
and two.
didn't realize that it was the actual tongue?
Yeah, like tongue. Like we just call it tongue in Spanish. I just
What
didn't
is
realize
tongue in Spanish?
lengua. So
Lengua?
yeah, lengua. So it would be like tacos de lengua, and I just be like tacos of tongue. And I'm like, oh, cool.
Tongue tacos.
Yeah, it's really good. And then I don't know why I thought it was like disgusting or like bad when there was like, oh, it's an actual cow tongue. I stopped eating the cow tongue tacos for a year, and then I realized how good they were, and I'm like, I need to go back to
Yeah.
cow tongue tacos.
Have you eaten any other animal's tongue before? Or have you just had cow tongue? Because like I've had duck tongue before.
Oh,
Like they're very, very small.
mm-hmm.
And they're just like little tiny triangles. Like it's basically all that they are.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I had it at a restaurant that it was like one of their things. Like it was pig face, cow tongue, and like you got to choose a bunch of things. The pig face was nasty. It was just like a bunch of fat, kind of. But like they were known for like weird little combinations of stuff.
Mm. Hmm. Yeah, no, just cow tongue. I was thinking about we don't even have cow tongue's the only one that sells here. I think other store has at times pig tongue, but even our butcher was like, yeah, that doesn't sell as well as cow tongue. So and plus you have to
Well,
have it frozen.
would you use pig tongue kind of the same thing as cow tongue?
I I'm guessing. I just don't know. I don't think they're that popular like in
Yeah,
Latin culture because yeah, when I think of like tongue tacos, they're cow tongue.
yeah. Hmm, that's interesting. Yeah.
They
Another
they're,
knowledge bomb.
they're really juicy and yeah, I don't know why.
But cow tongues are massive. Like those things are huge.
Yeah, I saw that baby and I was like, oh. Well, that 1 year where I was like disgusted by it, I was like, no, no more. And then like the year later, I'm like, why did I do that?
It's so good.
Yeah, it's so juicy. It's like it was my favorite. I would love tongue tacos because like the the meat is like so tender and juicy.
Just again, just the word juicy. It's getting to me, and I don't know why. Like, just because I know that we're talking about tongues, and I'm like, a juicy tongue.
I'm
But
getting my
like,
mouth
what
water.
you're gonna go make a lengua taco after this?
Oh my goodness. I don't know why we haven't done that here yet. We should probably do that soon. Like a big tongue, like yeah. Oh, Good thinking, sir. Our butcher probably knows how to make tongue tacos really good. He tends not to like show me different recipes. Well, I'm assuming it's not really a sure thing, but I'm guessing he's like showing me recipes. 'Cause I'm like, oh, can you do that again? Can you do that again?
Just going more and more and more.
But I'm gonna ask him to make tongue tacos in the next week. Then, hopefully, he knows how to. Because your boy does not know how to cook that well.
What is your favorite kind of taco? If you had to eat, I'm going to rephrase that. If you had to eat one type of taco the rest of your life, what would that type of taco be?
It'd probably be tongue tacos.
Yeah.
It was
Better
yeah.
hope you don't get like sick of it in a little bit or get grossed out by it, and then you're gonna be out of tacos for a year again.
No, it was just that phase. I was a little kid back then.
I didn't know what I was missing out on.
I questioned myself. I asked myself, do we really eat that? And so I didn't eat cow tongue for like a year. And then it just snapped. I missed it. And I was like, it was my favorite kind of taco. Like, why'd I stop?
I want it
Because
back in my life.
this cash register lady was like, you guys eat that? And I questioned myself, do we eat
Never
that?
question yourself. That's the moral of the story, everybody. Don't question yourself. Let the haters hate.
Yeah. She was kind of grossed out by it, and that made me grossed out by it. Yeah. And then, yeah, I don't know why. But now I'm wanting tongue tacos.
Yeah, we need to stop talking about food. It's kind of getting me hungry.
Okay. Oh,
What's the opposite of food? Um,
being full.
how do you talk about being full?
Oh no. The opposite of talking about food is not talking about food.
Yeah, we'll talk about drinks. I don't even know where to go about that. Like,
Favorite energy drink.
oh, I'm gonna say one of the Starbucks Frappuccino things that you can get at grocery stores. That's how I'm gonna make it an energy drink. Or if we're going like strictly energy drinks like Monster or Red Bulls, I would say the blue Red Bull.
Oh, the
I
the
like that
original
because
Red
it's
Bull.
blueberry. No, the
Oh,
blueberry flavored.
okay. Okay.
Yeah.
I would go with my favorite energy drink would be Monster Mango Loco.
Mango Loco.
It's
I don't
mango.
think I've ever had that one before. Mango Loco Monster.
It was for
I've
limited.
seen that, but the juiced part always kind of weirded me out, so I never got it.
It was for like a limited time for like Day of the Dead, but I think people liked it a lot that they just did it year round and kept
Yeah.
with the whole Day of the Dead image. Mango Loco.
Have
And
you ever had their coffee flavors? They've got
no.
like those are pretty good. They kind of taste like one of them tastes like chocolate milk.
Mm. From a brown cow.
Yeah, from a brown cow. What is it? It is the Loca Mocha.
Uh, you know, make
It's
you want to
so
go to the,
good.
like gas station and pick those up. I feel like gas stations have like the most variety of energy drinks because they probably sell the most.
Yeah. Oh, for sure, for sure. What like I guess if you're ever on any road trips and you stopped at a gas station, what was like your go-to snack that you would always pick out?
Coke, and then probably hot Cheetos or I want to say trail mix. Old Derby
Hmm.
go-to snack.
Mine was always I always got a Yoo-Hoo because my dad always got Yoo-Hoo. It's like the chocolate. They call it a chocolate drink. It's
Uh,
not chocolate milk because I think they use water in it instead of milk. I don't know, but I would always get one of those, and then I would get like Bugles or something like that, just because I liked being able to put them on my fingers.
uh-huh.
Hmm.
Bugles? What's
Yeah,
that?
it's I guess, would they be called corn chips? They're kind of like the witch's hat
Mm.
shaped chips.
Mhm.
And if you looked it up, you
What do you
would
call it?
know. It's BOO. Oh, I guess it's BUGLES.
BUGLES.
LES.
What would they pop up? Ah, okay.
Yeah, those things.
They're like
Loved getting those things.
they're like an ice cream cone.
Yeah. See, yeah, you
Oh,
were
very
looking at it like
small.
that, and I was looking at it the other way.
They're
But no, I mean, I love those things. So good. And
like a
I
witch
don't like
hat.
really get them anymore. I only get them on a very rare occasion. Mainly because I feel like I realized how bad they were for you.
Are they really bad?
Well, I mean, it's just fried corn.
Yeah, anything fried
Yeah.
might taste good, but it's
Oh,
bad
it
for you.
tastes fantastic.
I thought it was crazy when I found out that bread was bad for you, like regular white bread, and
Yeah.
I always thought it was healthy. And
And the
then,
worst part, the white bread tastes the best.
yes, but there was this European girl that was like, "You Americans put everything in your like, you put sugar in everything, even in this bread." And I'm like, "There's no sugar in bread." And she was like, "Check the ingredients." And then I looked in the
And
ingredients.
there's sugar?
Yes.
What? I didn't know that. Who put
Uh,
sugar in bread?
and she could taste the sugar too. And I'm like, "Could you taste the sugar?"
No, that's a lie. You can't taste the sugar in bread.
Okay, clearly, because we've eaten so many products with sugar in it that we're just like,
It's just
that.
second nature to us.
That's what I thought. I'm like, bread does not have sugar, and I looked at the ingredients. It was like sugar. I'm like, well
Yeah.
then.
I'm
I guess.
looking up like bread recipes, and they all have white sugar in them. This one has maple syrup, which is kind of weird, but
Yeah.
what the? My mind has been blown by this. Does I wonder if wheat bread
Sugar. You gotta
ingredients?
Google it.
Yeah, I wonder if wheat bread has sugar in it.
I feel like it probably does. I feel like sugar makes you want to eat it more.
I'm not seeing any in wheat bread. Oh, wait, yep, there's a whole wheat bread that has sugar in it.
uh,
There's another maple syrup one. What the heck, America? What are we doing?
I guess. Oh, the only thing I think of is like Europe having like those like not putting too much sugar or preservatives in their bread because a lot of small. This is me totally assuming everything about Europe uh, from the little knowledge that I know of like getting groceries, smaller like bags and things because most of the things don't have that much preservatives in it and it's more natural,
Hmm.
including the bread because bread goes bad real quick if it doesn't have that many preservatives in it. Um, and like groceries, vegetables go bad quick.
Yeah. It's kind of crazy how quick things go bad if they don't have any preservatives in it. It's like you kind of just take it for granted, but like if you didn't, you'd have to be eating pretty fast.
Our meat is fresh, so like no preservatives, right?
Yeah.
Um, and so this lady comes in after she ordered like a meat about a week ago. About a week
We
ago.
could go. We could go.
And she's like, she told the butcher, "Hey, your meat's bad." And butcher's like, "Oh, why do you say that? Like, what's wrong with it?" And she was like, um, the meat went bad, like in the fridge." And the butcher's like, "Well, how long did you keep it in the fridge for?" She was like, a couple of days."
It's like, you're supposed to eat it pretty quick after you buy it.
Like, if you don't eat it like in 2 or 3 days, you should like at least freeze it to like preserve it more. And yeah, it should be cooked in like 2 or 3 days. It's like that's how fresh meat works.
Yeah.
And she's like, "Oh."
My bad.
Yeah, like, that's when you know it's fresh. It's like saying your fruit is bad. It's like, why is it bad? We took it home, it was good, and then we put it in the fridge, and it was rotten when we looked back after a couple of days.
I had bread, not bread. Jeez. I had meat in the fridge. It was probably like 4 days, and it started getting brown instead of like the normal pinkish color. And I'm like, oh no, it's getting bad. It's getting bad. And I Googled, I was like, is this still safe to eat? And it's just like, yeah, it's still safe to eat because it's just like, it's the oxygen is getting into it or something like that, which changes its color. But I was like, okay, we need to eat this thing now just because I'm not going to wait to see what color comes after brown.
uh, so I'm guessing, did you eat it right away?
Oh, yeah, we ate it that night.
Like, you could also smell if it goes bad because it smells bad.
You want to smell my meat?
No, no, I want to smell your meat. And
What does it smell like if it's bad? Just like stinky a little bit, or?
yeah, but then again, that always smell of like bad. We have some people like always sometimes bring back meat that said they smells bad, and like we smell it and we're like, dude, it doesn't smell like anything.
Yeah.
And like sometimes it might be like their nose or something, and like yeah, I don't know
Your
about
nose is just messed up. This is fine.
because we're like, dude, it's good, like, but we just like return the money because we don't want to argue that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, at that point, they're a customer. Hopefully, they're going to be a returning customer as long as you do them right.
We we do have some people who like you tried Malta, right? Malta?
I think, yeah, you gave it. Or was it you? Either you or Mark.
Yeah. What I think it was yeah, I don't know.
But yeah,
But one of
I've
us
tried
bought it.
Malta.
So I feel like people bring it in and this certain brand, Goya, doesn't have expiration dates on their Malta. They just have a serial number that looks like a date, right?
Ah. So
And
somebody
so
was like, it's expired, and you're like, that's just a serial number.
yeah, and I didn't catch on until like 2 or 3 days after because I'm like, or no, that's third time I finally caught on. I'm like, dude, those aren't the expiration dates. Like that literally was brought in like 2 days ago. It's like, and then if you actually look at the number and don't just go to the end of the number of like 19 or something, you're like, how is that a date? And then like you look at it, like really look at it, you're like, wow, you're right. Yeah, we don't have a 22.
Wow.
A month 22. We're like 30, 30, 19. And you're like, oh, we just looked at the 19 and we thought it was like from last year. I'm like, it's a serial number. It's not
Yeah.
a date. And they justify it with it tasted funny.
Oh, that's just all mental at that point. It's like you think that it's gonna be bad, so you're gonna taste something bad. Like, come on, people.
And we're like, they probably never tasted Malta before and they wanted to try it out. And like, that's how Malta tastes.
That's normal.
Yeah. So after the third time, yeah, I caught on. And luckily, this lady pointed out that it was expired. And I went with, dude, we got those like 2 days ago. And we looked at this, at the quote unquote expiration date. And I was like, we can look at it and be like, how is that? Like, that is not a date. And we both
Yeah.
looked at it further. Because people just go to the end of the number as like 19. And they're like, oh, it's from last year. And we're like, yeah, that is not a date.
Yeah.
So,
And I mean, at that point too, it's like, what are you gonna do? Like, you'll explain it to them, but then it's like, next time, just learn from it. Let's read a little bit closer, or you can even just Google, does Malta expire?
I actually Googled it too. Um, they said in the one article I read, I skimmed through. Was like they don't have expiration dates, but they give it to like 6 months to a year that it starts like getting less of a taste with
Yeah.
it. So it never goes bad. It'll just like lose its taste.
Yeah, and so the lady that said it tasted funny, ma'am, you just wouldn't taste anything.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And we don't order that much Malta because it goes fairly. Yeah. So I don't know what happened.
Hey, at least you know now. You've got it all figured out. So if it ever happens, you can just cut it right there.
I'm like, ma'am, look at the date again. And or like we can both look at it and it's like, what's the expiration date? And like they'll point at it, and I'm like, can you please explain to me like what expiration date that has? And they'll
Yeah.
look further into it, and they'll realize, yeah, I don't know either.
Yeah, ma'am, I don't know what you're actually seeing right here. That's clearly a serial number. Ma'am or sir, I apologize to the men out there that go shopping.
Yeah, that's always funny too. It's mostly women.
Hey, you said it, not me.
The funniest thing though, we saw it was hilarious. We saw a bunch of guys somehow wake up and like go grocery shopping on a Saturday morning, and we were like, "What is going on right now?" And then we realized it was like a World Cup game.
Oh.
I
So they were
think it
making
was
a
funny.
beer, maybe snack run.
It was like 2018, so like it was in I think Russia. So
Okay.
all the games were all early morning for the United States to see them. So they woke up extremely early to get all their food. They were ready for the game. And so we are like, "What is going on?" I was like, "Oh!" And we kind of made fun of some guys too. It's like, it takes a game for you guys to wake up, right? She's like, "Yeah, we gotta get ready."
It's almost game time.
Yeah, when it was like, I couldn't let my wife be responsible for this. I gotta take care of this. Like, okay. Uh,
That's trust right there.
uh,
Or lack thereof.
hmm, hmm. It's always interesting to hear our clients' stories. Sorry, do you want? I don't know why.
Angel.
I want to plug in a sports card section, but I'm like, I just stopped with sports cards.
Do it.
Guess how much soccer cards are going up right now? Watch it all go downhill. Okay,
Is your Messi card worth like $3,000 yet?
okay, this came out of nowhere. Um, so there's a set that's called Prism, right? They're very shiny.
Mm-hmm.
Panini came out with them, but for soccer,
Panini.
Panini, yeah, that's the company name that makes the cards. Panini, it's Italian.
Panini. Okay.
Panini.
We're okay with that. Panini. Hey, come get your Panini card over here. I don't know why I turned over here. We're Boston.
They're like, I don't know for how long they've been up, but the Prism set of Panini
Panini.
for soccer cards, the first set came out in 2014 World Cup, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they were like $50 in the summertime last month. June, July, raw cards,
Raw.
ungraded,
Raw Panini.
raw Panini. And I guess at the beginning of the year, someone were even like $5-10. They're basically base cards were like the common cards, and usually they were worthless. Some people would even throw them away. But guess what? Now, raw cards of Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo. Messi, they're going for like 400, 500, $600 raw. If it's a perfectly PSA 10 graded, guess how much it's going for? A base card.
1,000. Actually, no. I'm gonna go 850.
4,000.
4,000. And
I think that's
people
like,
throwing these cards away.
I don't know. Some people were like, dude, bases were worthless. Like we were throwing them away, and people didn't want them. Like at the beginning of the year, they were like $1, $5, and now they're worth $400, 300.
Oh my gosh. Could you imagine the person that probably had one that threw it away? Like what they're thinking right now? Like,
Um, Mbappe, which is he's basically
oh, I
like
know. Mbappe. I know. Actually, I've heard
uh,
the name.
so he's like the Luka Doncic of soccer, like up and coming phenom of soccer. Already won a World Cup, age 19.
What are we
Uh,
doing with our lives?
yeah, the current best player of the world has never done that. But then again, Argentina's team is not so. Yeah. Oh, anyways,
Yeah, so
um,
let's stop bashing some national teams. Come on.
so his card, a lot of people said a lot of his bases were thrown out and from like, uh, OG like card collectors. Like, yeah, our bases were worthless. We just would keep like the parallels. Parallels are like the one on ones or like the fewer than the bases. Bases were very common. Weren't really worth much when not that many people were into the hobby. But now, this past 2 3 weeks, it's gone from like $50 to like 400 raw.
Dang.
PSA 10, yeah, up to 4,000. And this guy got like 90 Cristiano Ronaldos and like 60 Messi's.
Oh my gosh.
And so he sent like 20 of them to grade. He got like 10 of them PSA 9s, another 10 like PSA 10s. So yeah, he was looking when he posted that photo like 2 weeks ago. We were like, dude, you have like 20 grand right there. Now it's like 40 grand.
Yeah.
And yeah, if he keeps that and probably sells it during either the 22 World Cup, more likely, even better, the 2026 World Cup. Oh, all
Could
eyes
you
are.
imagine? Oh my gosh.
And during limited supply, they don't have that many print runs as basketball. Because like
Okay.
LeBron
Yeah.
James rookie card was printed. There's like thousands of them PSA 10, thousands, just
Thousands.
PSA 10, and PSA 10 means like it's in perfect condition.
Yeah.
So yeah,
How many
and
of these do you think there are?
I'm not sure about the World Cup,
Yeah.
but you could just imagine it's less than the NBA's print runs. That's one, and then two, people would throw them away. It's not until now that we're like, whoa, it's actually worth something.
Yeah. Just threw away a $4,000 card. Casual.
Yeah, some people were like, yeah, we just throw them away and we had stacks of them, and now we're looking like, dude, that could have,
You're looking like an idiot.
yeah.
Or just call it
So
like it is.
yeah, and then I'm over here like, I was looking into the rookie cards because rookie cards are usually um what people look for the most. But now, like everybody's questioning themselves is like, is it gonna be the rookie card or the first Prism
Yeah.
card? Because Lionel Messi's card is going up there, at least with against some other rookie cards. Not his quote unquote true rookie card. His true rookie card's still through the roof.
How much is his
Because
true rookie card? Do you know?
PSA 10, I think last sale, known big auction was like, I don't know, it was like 80 or 100 grand.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
For a card. But like a perfect condition card. And like the rarity of it is just through the roof, obviously.
LeBron James, rookie patch just got sold for 1.8 million. And LeBron James was like the I forgot who made a Insta post of like LeBron James rookie patch got sold for $1.8 million. There's like
Oh,
23 of them of that card. That card was like at eight graded 8.5. And then LeBron James comments on it of like, guess who else has a few of these in their house? And then like those little eyeball emojis.
yeah.
So people think he has a few in his house. So he has a few $1 million in cards.
Of just himself. I mean, and I'd do the same thing if I was ever like an athlete or something, like I'd get my own rookie card just because you never know,
Yeah.
and it's just kind of like a cool thing to have. Oh my
Giannis
god.
made a story about him having like him collecting his own cards, and like his collection. So we're
Yeah.
like, it's getting there. Steve Aoki has a messy rookie card, true rookie card.
Oh really?
Yeah, he made a story post about it of like who else collects sports cards. So it's getting back into the culture slowly. So if yeah,
And Steve Aoki's already loaded too. Like,
that's why like if this becomes the culture and celebrities, people with big money want to get into it, who knows where that $4,000 card will be by
yeah,
2026.
seriously. Oh man.
So I was looking all in the wrong places, looking at the rookie cards instead of like the first prisms. If I would have been looking at the prisms, I could have been collecting them for like five. I think somebody got like 100 of them for like $4 a piece in the beginning of the
Oh
year.
my gosh.
And now, yeah, I think he said Cristiano Ronaldo's because bases were worthless. They were
Yeah.
way too common. They weren't that quote unquote rare compared to the people who were in the hobby.
Yeah.
And now, yeah, I'm like I could have spent the money I put into the rookie card into prisms and oh, yeah, 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 yeah. But I got a few prisms coming my way. Not at the price I'd like. Not definitely not at
hmm
the $5,
hmm
$10, $50 mark.
How much you pay
But
for him, Angel?
you don't want to know.
No, I don't. I really don't.
You really don't want to know. I got the complete set. You don't want to know.
What does that mean?
The
What?
complete set of they come in boxes. World Cup prisms boxes, which I'm guessing they probably were sold for like 20. I'm guessing no more than $100. Probably
Okay.
20 something. Putting in prism cards,
Okay.
and so now they're up there.
Jeez.
So yeah. Well,
Hey, as long as you're happy, and as long as this thing turns a profit for you,
yeah, that's
I
the other
support
thing.
it.
I'm telling you, I want to read about the Great Depression. I want to get out before I know it's too late.
And it's funny because the more you talk about the Great Depression, the further in you go.
I'm
You're like,
like,
oh, I just got to make sure I'm out before it gets bad. But look what I bought this week.
well, look at the LeBron, like not Giannis. I thought it was crazy that 1,000. Now they're like 7 grand,
Yeah.
and that's
I
the
mean, that's
NBA.
you never know. Yeah.
NBA has because USA is a lot more into card culture and has a lot more copies of them. Imagine like soccer, the World Cup.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but at least I'm selling some of my Luka Doncic rookie cards to like somewhat like not invest too much money into. Yeah, I'm investing a lot
Yeah.
to
But
try
hey,
like
it's okay. You've been making good profits on all of them so far, so it's like you're on a streak. I mean,
yeah,
knock on wood. I don't want
yeah,
to jinx it, but
yeah. So we'll see what happens. But then again, honestly, it's like when I always compare it to like worst case scenario in the stocks game thing. If a big shareholder sells their stock, all hell's gonna break loose.
yeah.
Yeah. Like, that's what happens to some companies during COVID. I think Gordman's like big management company, one of their big shareholders sold their stock and he was like, yeah, he was a majority shareholder and had like over 40% of their stock. And once he sold,
Everybody's
everybody was freaking
panicking.
out trying to sell theirs and they went bankrupt. And so, yeah.
Yeah, that's why I don't ever plan on owning a public company. I'll keep it private.
That's crazy though. Ah.
Yeah. I mean, could you imagine just like the turn of events that like that whole company probably went through within a matter of a week?
Especially if you weren't that like shareholder, you'd probably be doing like you think you were really good on paper. But once the majority
Mm-hmm.
shareholder like sold and
Yeah.
everybody else wants to
You're like,
sell,
get out, get out, get out. I mean,
and
sometimes
if
they put
no
holds on things.
and if nobody's buying, how much can people actually like get?
You
Yeah.
know?
Because isn't that kind of like what happened in the Great Depression? Like everybody invested a lot in the stock market. A lot of companies went down.
I think it was mainly in the real estate area. I
Really?
think companies are backing companies with fake money that they didn't have, expecting nothing to ever happen. And then when something happened and it bombed, they had no money to actually like give back or whatever. And so then it was just kind of like they were giving out loans to very risky people just to get money. And then when when everything went and hit the fan, then it was just kind of a chaos
Wait, was
that
that the
happened.
Great Depression or was that the
Yeah, no, that was definitely
recession?
the recession.
Oh yeah, I was like, yeah.
That's my bad.
I like that. I definitely saw that in the recession because I lived in California in 2007, and a lot of for sale signs started popping up,
Yeah,
and you're like, you would see neighbors who like, had really nice cars sell their homes. I'm like, well,
yeah,
that's probably why he had a nice car. Like took out a loan for that,
yeah.
and yeah, because people would take out loans, go on vacations, and like spend it. Like yeah,
Yeah.
it'd be crazy.
Well, the Great Depression, it began after the stock market crash of October 1929, which sent Wall Street into a panic and wiped out millions of investors. And then over the next several years, consumer spending and investment dropped, causing steep declines in industrial output and employment as failing companies laid off workers.
Yeah. So I'm trying to figure out a way where
So not
like,
what I said before.
well, look at Zion's card. His was selling for like PSA 10 rookie cards were selling for like 900. Now they're selling for like 600 because they're out of the playoffs. So playoffs are basically the best time to sell your cards because everybody's looking.
But if you get the Panini Prism Black rookie card, it's worth upwards of $100,000.
Those are rare. Yeah.
Oh, only one of these specific basketball cards were made, as it reads one of one on the back. Okay.
Yeah. So.
I'll offer the guy $20. See if he'll give it to me.
Oh yeah, some people have like one-on-ones of like certain players who, at the time, may not seem that great, and then later on, like Giannis. Giannis was his cards were selling like 5-10 bucks like a couple years back, especially when he first started. Um, because he wasn't drafted very high up there,
No, I don't think he was.
and so but yeah, now his cards are 7 grand, perfect condition. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, that's my sports card section.
I feel like we gotta have an update of your sports card stuff every podcast. I feel like
I
this
feel like
is
I should
it.
stop. So like if somebody ever like breaks into my house and like goes into like my card collection, they
You
like
want to know which one was which. And we're
oh
assuming that the person breaking into your house has listened to the podcast.
or, like if they ever find my stash, they're like, oh, this guy's just a weirdo, hasn't outgrown his like sports collecting hobby. Like that's me.
Just
I
please
was
don't
like,
take them.
don't take them. They're like collecting them. That's what I told my sister. Like if anything ever happens to me, make sure to sell my cars and they'll just throw them away.
Yeah.
She's
You
like,
might
okay.
want to throw them away, but you will be throwing away a lot of money. So do it for the fam.
So she was like, "How do I sell them?" I'm like eBay.
Yeah.
Get on eBay. Make it go on auction. Make sure you title it nicely.
Yeah.
And
Make a buy now for $5,000 if it's a $1,000 card, just to see if somebody's silly enough to actually do it.
yeah, those might actually work, especially depending on the time of year you put it out there.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, yeah. Soccer has blown up in like the last 2-3 weeks.
Yeah.
telling you, $50 card up to 400, and then finally some graded cards came out. Silver ones like 24 grand.
24 grand.
Well, I think it's like the people who like buy these cards that expensively, like, teach me your ways.
I mean, I think you can buy that card pretty expensive if you want.
24, yeah.
Yeah.
I guess really nice executive business owner.
Person.
Yeah. I guess I saw my friend's dad at one time buy a painting for 10 grand like it was nothing. We were both like, "You'll take it?"
It's just another day. I mean, another flea market day.
Yeah. We were just like, "That's our tuition."
Yeah, I'm sure you don't want to put that somewhere else, like in a college fund or
Uh, yeah. Oh, wait. Have you thought about a question of the day?
The question of the day is going to be what we talked about a little bit earlier with tongue. It's
Mhm.
going to be, I mean, so we've already answered it, but it's going to be for the viewers. Have you ever eaten an animal's tongue before? And if so, what animal's tongue have you eaten?
Mm.
And so I think the best way to go about this is if does YouTube allow emojis?
I want to, yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So, I mean, you can always put the emoji of the animal that it is, but that's going to be the question of the day. And so, as you know, Angel has eaten cow tongue, and I've eaten duck tongue. And so, let us know what tongue you have eaten, and you can let us know if you are listening to this on YouTube in the comment section below. And for those on the podcast, you can always check out the YouTube. Video at angel.corrado2 and make sure to hit that subscribe and like button on the video. And then for all those listening on the podcast platforms, if you don't want to go to YouTube, you can always email in your answers to us or any feedback that you have to talkmentuesday@gmail.com. And we will read through all of that at that time too, whenever you send it in. But that's going to be the question of the day. And as always, everybody, Angel, I really do appreciate you taking some time out of your weeks to listen to us and just let us talk your ear off about random topics. And it means a lot. And if you, again, have any feedback, please let us know and we will make any changes that seem appropriate for, I guess, the quality of podcast that you guys are listening to. But we look forward to talking to you all in the next episode. But in the meantime, stay safe, social distance, wash your hands, and stay healthy. So we will talk to you guys next time.
Bye, guys.
Peace.